We're live.
Oh, I've never heard of a sad stop talking. You're live and camera.
If everybody will stop and listen, we can do this without the microphone. We want to do the invocation before everybody sits down and starts to eat. So, let's all do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag and then the invocation, and then we'll all eat dinner and do the rest of the meeting later.
However you can.
However you can. Here we are. I gotta go the other way. Begin.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have a volunteer to do the invocation?
Sure, I'll do it.
Go for it.
Thank you, Lord, for all the blessings you bestow upon us. We thank you for this beautiful day to get together, for the fellowship among our group, Lord, and for all the blessings you bestowed in this past season. We pray for those that find themselves ill or in the hospital, Lord. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. Behind you. Behind you.
Okay, meeting is suspended and we'll continue after dinner. I guess we'll continue on the meeting. Wait a minute.
Can we give it up for our waiters and waitresses, wait staff?
Here we go.
Thank you, Several.
And don't forget to treat them generously as they treated us well.
Oh, you did have happiness too. You did great too. Yay.
Hold it down in the back.
I want to start off the day by thanking Viva for putting this place together for us. I would like people to introduce their guests. Bernie, Debbie went off with the guests.
Yeah, that's my daughter and granddaughter, Jennifer and Cadence. We've got Carlos playing basketball. They're gone. The girls are coming back to pick me up. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. I want to have a ride here.
Okay. And Lauren and Diana brought the Girl Scouts that sold us cookies. You want to tell us about them?
We've known these little ones since Lauren started working at Mission Viejo de Sanum. That's how we met them. And we keep in touch with them all year. We visit their troop. We help them out with charities. And their charity this year is Orangewood Foundation, which helps foster children who reach the age of 18 to transition. And also that extends into some of the homeless teens also. So they're a really good troop. They do really hard work for their charities, and we're just glad to help them, and this helps them a lot too. So thank you.
Okay, is there any corrections or omissions to the October minutes that were distributed?
Move the minutes be accepted as submitted by the secretary.
All in favor?
Aye. Oh wait, did somebody offer a correction? Okay, I thought that was Cliff. Okay, go ahead. The minutes from the October meeting.
Okay.
If you're on our mailing list, you received the minutes from the last meeting. If you're not, please talk to me about it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. On the reverse side of the agenda is the treasurer's report.
Mr. President, I make a suggestion that we accept the treasurer's report as written.
It was voted on. We did take the vote. I'm sorry. I interrupted the vote, but it was moot because there was no alteration to the motion.
No,
So.
he moved on the treasurer's report.
Oh, I'm sorry. Second. Thank you, Reese.
Nobody wants to talk about it, so all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay,
I'd like to add what a great job our treasurer does, but won't affect the minutes.
well, There were a lot of people that did good things on this treasurer's report, so it's worth looking at. And then we had enough money to do 3 families, and we'll get a report on those in a little bit.
Excellent.
Sunshine, Debbie got away. Anybody have birthdays in January or February this year? Raise your hand.
Hey!
We got Diane Wanda. Who? Somebody
We had
back.
Bruce Smith. We had Diana Montag. Those are you.
And Bruce Smith? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Happy
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from Santa. Happy birthday to you.
Dang, y'all are doing real good.
Divas Posse's doing better these days.
Okay, activities is Diva.
All right, so you got your flyer for next month. Thank you for coming this month. Thanks to those that RSVP'd. It is truly appreciated very much by your activities people. Wanted to bring up the charity that we did in December, if that's okay. So we had 3 of us that did the families. We had 3 families. We had the Breedens. They went out to a family. Debbie and Bernie went out to a family.
Hip hip hooray!
And Sarah, Rick and I went out to a family.
Boo hiss!
The amount that we left here with in October was $1,200 for our charity, but we ended up getting the donation of the trumpet and the guitar, so we added that cost into that, so we were able to give $450 to each family, okay? So that was yay. And I had a really cool family. I'm just saying, we had a really cool family in Santa Ana, and we were able to give them their trumpet and their guitar and all their little cool stuff to their kids and stuff. So y'all did great. Thank you very much.
No ukulele?
We didn't give out a, he requested a guitar.
Full-size guitar,
Oh, wait,
baby.
I'm sorry, he got a red cool guitar.
Yeah,
He did, it was red.
with a case and a tuner and everything else.
Tuner, case, everything with it. My goal now is to hook in with his school somehow and see if I can get him and his sister into a music program. I'm not just leaving them behind to themselves to try and learn their instruments. That is my goal, is to get in touch with their school to see what kind of a program I can get for them for even just a few weeks, if anything. So that's where we're at right now. Esther, your family was real cool.
Yes, well, we had an apartment, and it's literally just like the street from City Hall. But what a difference night and day in the neighborhood. And we had to go through the back alley. They were trying to do the streets, but needless to say, they spotted Santa. So we had the neighborhoods come out. I mean, they came out in droves from the apartments. One of the little girls that came out was last year, the year before, when I had done the same delivery but at another spot. She came out, and they now live in that complex. And she said to me, "My mom's doing better." And she goes, "You remember me?" Well, she was so grown up from the last time. And it was so neat to see the 3 kids, very well behaved, very high school kids, and they loved everything they got. Were very appreciative. But let me tell you the poverty in there. This was a apartment. They were downstairs, and the bedrooms are upstairs. We're giving the gifts to the kids. All of a sudden, a whole family comes in. They go upstairs. They're renting one of the bedrooms to another family, and they had a bed underneath the stairways. And I tell you, but these kids were very well dressed, very polite, very appreciative of everything. And I just thought that was the neatest thing. I especially like giving them the Einstein gives out the wooden toys from the Woodcrafters every year. And they love those toys. As a matter of fact, the older young man at 17 says, "I want to get into woodcraft." And I just thought that was really neat that he got to see that and really appreciate it. And it's always nice to see the appreciation that they give me. And then there was the kind of disconnect clip from all the neighbor kids that came out. And he was very good. He was very good and stopped and talked to them. Here's another picture. They're literally throwing kids at him. We want a picture, and the kids are like, "No, we want a picture with you." We're getting into the car. There's it's an alley, another apartment complex next door. They started coming out. They're just here. And so we did give a couple of pictures and then left. But yeah, we were having them follow us. As we're leaving, a car pulls up and goes, "Can you talk to my grandson?" They're in the back seat. I mean, it's hard to get out of there. But it was kind of neat to see how appreciative they were of things like that. And I wanted to shout out to Ann Stein. She does a really good job of getting the woodcraft. She goes down there, and I guess there was a shortage this year, so she got a seat for each child. She got a seat to wooden toys, so that was kind of neat.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, the Orange County Wood Carvers, is that what they're called?
Yes.
The Orange County Wood Carvers donate toys or little jewelry boxes or little puzzles and stuff that they make with wood.
I had paints and I had cards, very detailed.
Lots of different things that they donate for us to take to our families. Unfortunately, the Breedens and we could not connect, so we didn't get to take the ones to our family, but they were given out to the others, and that's great. You guys were able to take them to your houses. Bernie?
Oh, that was a tearjerker. I mean, we went in. Now, the place they lived was a trailer court. And this thing, they were like on top of each other. I mean, you had a walk path. This is how cramped it was. But we were trying to sneak in. Same thing. All these kids are, Santa! It's like it's going to ruin the surprise. But it was fantastic. We came in. We had Cadence with as an elf. Then we had a very good friend of my wife, because we were told they were only Spanish speaking. And we get that, heck, they speak English better than I do. But we had her friend with, and she was just
Martha, right?
Yep, Elf Martha. So, like I said, we had a blast. Cadence was pretty close to the same age as the youngest kid, and she was having trouble opening presents. And I said, "Cadence, give her a hand." So they went, and they became friends. I mean, it's funny how little kids will do that. They just bond instantaneously almost. But it was... put me on the list for next year. It was the most gratifying thing I've ever done. I mean, this thing here, these people, the mother's got breast cancer and really bad, but Debbie still talks to her because they shared numbers, because you all know my wife went through the same thing. Yeah, the ones that don't know, she ended up having a double mastectomy because she had about twice. And like I said, the second time she said, "That's it. We're getting rid of this." But she's doing really well. But this lady and her just like clicked. The older kids were fantastic. The oldest one was not there when we made our delivery because he was out working, because he's the only income for the family. But sign us up. I mean, if we got it, we'll be there.
Thank you.
All right.
Just so you guys know, my goal for this year is we're not going to have a picnic. I think the Montagues are putting something together for the Angels this year, and I'll let you speak about that in a minute. But instead of having a picnic this year, I want us to do a spaghetti thing, a chili thing, something. We went to the San Diego, I've been to the San Diego one for the last 4 years. It's amazing. And the money that they come up with, you might sell $25 tickets or whatever our tickets are going to cost, $15, whatever they're going to cost, because I'm still putting that together. But there are people that pay for those just to donate that money to the cause. They don't even show up to eat. So we're going to be doing that this year. I'm going to be looking to you guys to go out and sell those tickets. You go to Walmart, pop it in somebody's hand and go, "Hey, want to buy this?" You know, just let's put a lot into it this year to get a lot out for our breast cancer angels this year. Okay? Thank you. Okay, so that's for the charity stuff. Inland Empire has put together, once again, Ms. Kathy Perrone hooks us in with the Quakes. This time they are versus the Jethawks. This is on June 2nd of this year. We're going out. I'll be singing the national anthem. The Santas, thank you. The Santas will come out onto the field and have a gay old time. Yes, Bruce Smith, you're welcome to come with us this time. I'm messing with Bruce. I like to. So that's going on June 2nd. I have flyers.
Only with me.
Because you're so fun. And it's easy. So I've got flyers. I'll be passing these out. Also, Santa Robert to Tangelo. has put together, we're doing April 28th in Lancaster. Here's what I told the people in Inland Empire last weekend. He comes from Simi Valley to come to our meetings. He would have been here today, and he messaged me last night that he was. This morning he had something happen, he couldn't. He goes to the Inland Empire's meetings. He comes to these meetings all the time. He supports our team. He may even go to San Diego once in a while, I don't know. But my thing is support Santa Robert Tatangelo. He is the Surfside Santas, okay? There might not be many of them, but he's mighty, okay? He sets up the Lancaster Jethawks. They are playing the Quakes. So both of our things with them this year are the same teams, but let's go out and support Santa Robert Tatangelo's action too. He wants to put something together out that way, and if the more we go there, not more, but we show ourselves, we're more apt to find more people out that way too, okay? So, see what you can do to support Santa Robert Tatangelo. Senator Rick and I will be there for sure. Thank you.
What? What's this? Okay. Talk to my attorney.
Okay, next. Rick wants to talk about where we're at for the 219 silver anniversary reunion.
Nice.
We are, you can just sit there and do it. We're wrapping up the 2018 reunion business as quickly as we can. We already have some plates spinning for the 2019 reunion next year. This will be our silver jubilee. This will be our 25th anniversary. This is going to be a big deal. And we have accordingly taken a little more time in venue selection this year. Delegation of 8 representatives went out to Ontario yesterday to look over one of our options. We have 2 remaining venues on the list right now, and we hope to be doing site visits with them in the next week to 10 days or so that by the end of the month we should be able to at least choose our venue and begin to move forward from there. This is, like I said, this is going to be one of our biggest years, and I've seen our reunion on CNN. I've seen our reunion on MSNBC. We've been on Associated Press and UPI and every local channel there is. I would love to see us on all 3 of the news networks in the same season next year. And if we handle the publicity right, because it's our 25th anniversary, we should be able to double our numbers and get some serious media coverage. So we're going to need a lot of help. And everybody who did anything for this reunion, we will be begging you to help us again next year. If you weren't able to help with the reunion this year, we certainly hope that you will volunteer. We've got a lot of things you can do at home in your spare time. So we'll be moving forward. Did I miss anything, Bob? We don't really have that much specific information on the 25th reunion. The 24th reunion is wrapping up very well. There will be one more guest survey sent out to everyone who participated in the reunion this year, and also a couple of reminders at the very end. But then we'll be wrapping that up and moving on. Thank you.
All right, does anybody have any old business that I couldn't think of any? Does anybody have any new business? Lauren?
Yes, we got the Angel halfway to Christmas that we're going to be doing on Saturday, not Friday, but on Saturday. Makes it easier for people to get off work or get down to the stadium. It's on the 23rd, I believe.
23rd at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. And
$20 each.
$20 for the tickets.
How much, Lloyd?
And they will, as the money comes in, that'll be the order that you get to pick the tickets. So when we get, in other words, if you're the first one, you get the first choice. The second one that pays then they get the second choice.
Where they sit.
What section are you in?
That's where
We're
you
sitting
sit.
in left
In the
field.
aisle or out in the middle of the aisle.
And it's June, halfway to Christmas.
23rd.
So if you're interested, we usually do about 50 seats. So if you know anybody, you can bring anybody with you, your friends and so on, and family and so on, and enjoy the evening. By the way, we're in left field. We won't be in the very last spot we were in last year. We're going to move back up where we were the year before. We had better coverage for the people that were around and the children also. We were kind of down by the stand in that paint bucket. Rick.
Angels, you said, right?
Angels.
Okay. Angels have yet to take Diva and the posse down on the field to sing the national anthem. We've been working on it for a couple of years. We just haven't gotten there yet. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up so that you can put a bee in the bonnet of the Angels organization. Joe Mystic is this close to contracting with the Padres for Diva to sing the national anthem for them at their halfway to Christmas celebration.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the date will be, but if they close before you can get the Angels to agree to it, they will be Diva's first Major League Baseball appearance, and we would really love the Angels to be. Although Joe Mystic is the Padres Santa, he's the San Diego Santa. He does the teams down there. He does the Chargers while they were there. He does the Padres. He's like one of the biggest Santas down there. And if he says Diva, they're going to do Diva. I'm going to tell you that right now. He just called me to make sure she was available and send some clips that way. So, yeah.
They just said to keep Rick at home.
That's
That wasn't them, that was me.
to quote them exactly. How did he get the ankle bracelet off last time?
By the way, it will be posted as soon as we get the poster made. We had a run through, but we have to make we had some tweaks to make on it today.
John Brennan and I are in touch with each other and we're working together for that.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent.
Any other new business? Okay, now it's time for chapter nomination of officers.
Oh, can I remind everybody really quick though, if you want to buy any more tickets, still
Okay.
not too.
And I will remind everybody our current slate of officers. Greg Ferguson is our chapter president. As you know, Greg has been having some medical issues regarding 2 surgeries that he had a year or so ago. So he isn't able to join us today, and his availability has been severely diminished over the last 6 months or so. And I don't think he's going to be nominating or accepting a nomination for the presidency or any office next year. Ted Tardy is our vice president, and he has done an excellent job for us in the past. The secretary is Diva. She does an excellent job every month. And the treasurer, of course, as always, is Bob Callahan, the Oracle of Delphi for the Santa world. So, and I'm currently serving as webmaster, but it's not an elected position. So anyway, that's our slate of officers right now. And we would really love to see some of you guys take some of these offices, man. I mean, it's an excellent way to learn to lead in the Santa world at the chapter level. And then you can work your way up to a board position or one of the executive positions with our annual reunion. There's a lot of opportunity to, I've said it before, I'll say it again. When you look at Rick Irwin, you're looking at an old biker trying to get into heaven. And this organization has done me a world of good. So every time I pick up another task for you guys, it is just a way of trying to trick God into forgetting something I did in the past.
Well, how do we want to proceed from here? Do we want to open nominations or do we?
We'll open them and close them next. We'll open nominations this month and close them next month, I guess. Like we usually do, right?
I think we usually vote in April.
Oh, wait, this is February. That's right. Okay, right.
So we could have a nominating committee.
There you go.
I think that would work best.
And all we need is a few volunteers, maybe 3 people.
Cliff says it's a great idea. That's the same as volunteering to committee chair. Thank you, Cliff. You're such a big-hearted fellow. Your budget? Well, it depends on the 50-50 today, my brother. If you win 50-50, that's your budget. So, nomination. Anybody want to be on the nominating committee? Besides Cliff.
I have to finish up the other thing first.
Say it again?
I have to finish up the
Yeah. Cliff is, of course, the chairman for the 2018 reunion. We're finishing up the business on that right now.
Well, we thank you.
Yeah.
What's
You wanna-
required for the
you don't
nominating
hold office
committee,
next
so
year? Yeah.
they get an idea of what they would be.
Well, the nominating committee suggests people, and they do some phone calls, and Diva will be on it. I guess I will get on it.
Basically, you just try to gauge the interest of various members in serving in the Christmas community. Give them a little kudos for what they've done and dangle the carrot for what they can do yet.
And get up once in a while and talk to you a little bit.
Yeah. We've got a lot of comfortable members in this group. We're starting to grow. We're getting some new members also. I encourage you guys to keep your eyes open when you're out and about. When you see somebody that looks like Santa's, next time we meet, I promise you I will put recruiting cards in your hand. I got them at home. I should have brought them with me. But we'll give you some recruiting cards. You can carry them around with you. When you bump into somebody out there that looks like Santa, hand them a card. Let them come to the meetings and start to meet us. The more new blood we get in here, the less, the old sailors have to do the work, So let's get some new people in here too.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Right. Where did she go? Was the next
Diva?
on the agenda?
Yes? She's right here. She was just she was clearing her mind. She was preparing for the presentation. There she goes.
Okay. The next thing is, what is our 50-50 total for today?
We collected $145.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Did I say that right?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's $70 to our members and $75 to...
And that's after they deducted the $50 mandatory contribution to the raffle workers retirement fund.
So we'll
Yeah.
use $73 into the.
70 and then 75 to 40.
Oh, I like that even better. I just love you so much, Santa. Thank you.
Okay, we got that in the minutes.
Okay, well, I appreciate you all coming, and
Here.
we like to see all of you once a month, and I'm glad that you make the effort to come, and the more you participate in the organization, the more you get out of it.
Let me add one more thing. A really good way to get your feet wet is to host one of our meetings. Pick a restaurant in your neighborhood or something, someplace that you go. Basically, you can see what we need, a room that can hold 30 to 45 people. So if you want to throw some business to one of your favorite restaurants in your neighborhood, or if you're out and about, with somebody else and you see a restaurant that you think would be a good place for our meetings, you can host one of the meetings and Diva will help you.
Yes, it needs to hold better than 30 people, and they need to agree to make separate checks. All restaurants will not do that. But yes, we'd love to go to new places and new adventures. The food here was really good.
And Orange County has a lot of options. You can still stay inside the county and go to 1,000 different types of restaurants. So.
Okay, with that, go ahead.
I didn't know when to jump in. I'm sorry, Bob. I have the venues for all of the Inland Empire meetings for the entire year for those that might be interested.
You've already selected all your meeting venues for the year?
I have.
Don't make me look bad.
Get out. Get out. I'm just kidding.
Half an hour. I've been doing this since 2012, so it's easy. It's not hard, so whoever wants to take it, I can help you. I can tell you.
Yes.
I can.
Mini Oracle right here. Yeah.
Half an hour.
Yeah.
A whole year.
But when am I researching?
The other thing was about Mike Webber.
And by the way, I want to hang one more medal on this chest right here. This young lady single-handedly saved one of our reunions one year. She got on the phone and started calling everybody who had ever attended a reunion, and she got so many registrations in that last 10 days that it literally saved the reunion. So
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Could you make an announcement about Mike Webker? That today's his graduation day with his doggie.
Yeah, Diva will. There you go.
Right now.
Diva, go ahead. We've been watching him live.
Santa Michael Webker has been in Northern California for a couple weeks now. He's training with his sight dog. Warrior is the dog's name. And he's absolutely beautiful. And Santa Michael's been training today at 1 o'clock. He graduates with Warrior and gets to come home with his new sight dog. So, yay, Santa Michael!
Yeah.
So we might all, in our own minds, send him good wishes and
Yes.
say a little prayer that this all works out wonderful for him.
And look him up on Facebook, man. He gives some good broadcasts. Friend him on Facebook. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Kathy,
And this is our last. Okay, one of the vendors from our reunion. She's also my neighbor, and so she graciously pulled out some very lovely things. So before you leave, if you're interested in looking at any table runners or anything that's quilted, I have some here. If you ladies and gentlemen would like to look at them, and there's something here that you might see. And it's not Christmassy stuff. There's Easter. There's all kinds of holiday things that if you want to add some things to your own household. So that's all I'm going to say.